Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on July 14, 2023. As Europe and US swelter, El Niño conditions threaten more extreme temperatures. The Independent, El Niño brewing in Pacific raises prospect of record-breaking heat. The Guardian, El Niño returns, rare weather event behind scorching temperatures set to hit UK. LBC, what are El Niño and La Niña and how do they affect Earth's weather? Space.com, historically strong, El Niño possible, what it means for California's winter. It was like in World War I, the foreign volunteers fighting in Ukraine. The Guardian, Ukraine war, Irish fighter Rambo describes terrifying Russian tank chase, all of us were screaming. Jared Kushner has testified in front of grand jury investigating January 6, reports say. The Independent, Jared Kushner testifies to grand jury over Trump's attempts to overturn election. The Times, here's what Kushner's testimony reveals about special counsel investigation. CNN, Jared Kushner questioned over whether Trump acknowledged he lost 2020 race. Vermont man drowns at home as flooding claims first victim with more rain predicted. The Independent, Vermont braces for more storms, WION climate tracker. WION, opinion, Vermont and other, safe, places can't escape climate chaos in America. The New York Times, first fatality in mass Vermont flooding as man drowns in his own home. Chandrayaan-3, India set to launch historic moon mission. BBC, Chandrayaan-3 launch on today, all eyes on LVM-3 as ISRO clears mission for liftoff. India Today, what to expect from India's Chandrayaan-3 mission to Moon's South Pole. The Independent, express view on Chandrayaan-3 to Moon, with love. The Indian Express, Chandrayaan-3 is an invaluable milestone. Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin dead or in prison after Putin meeting. The Independent, Wagner mercenaries offered chance to serve in Russia, Putin says. Al Jazeera English, after Wagner, could the Russian army now turn against Putin? Atlantic Council, despite the Kremlin's best efforts, Putin's facade has cracked. The Moscow Times, Prigozhin's troll factories in Russia, what's next? Russia accused of cynical brinkmanship over delays to grain deal renewal. The Guardian, not one Russian demand of Ukraine grain deal fulfilled, Putin. The Moscow Times, UK accuses Russia of cynical brinkmanship over Ukraine grain deal threat. The Independent, UN asks Putin to extend Black Sea grain deal in return for swift access. Euractiv, Putin says Russia may quit Black Sea grain deal if demands not met. Cluster munitions from the US arrive in Ukraine. The Guardian, Pentagon says cluster munitions have arrived in Ukraine. The Independent, Ukrainian general, arrival of cluster munitions can radically change the battlefield. CNN, Joe Biden is right to send cluster bombs to Ukraine. Bloomberg, editorial roundup, United States. Wagner forces no longer significant in Ukraine, US says. BBC, Wagner troops surrender arms after aborted mutiny, France 24 English. France 24 English, Russia-Ukraine war live, Wagner not supporting Russian combat operations, in any significant capacity, says Pentagon. The Guardian, Russia-Ukraine, Putin's military in state of confusion after Wagner mutiny, live. The Independent, Kremlin denies Prigozhin's Wagner troops captured nuclear base. Europe heatwave, map and weather news as Italy and Spain gripped by deadly, Cerberus, heat. The Independent, Southern Europe gripped by Cerberus heatwave with record temperatures, BBC News. BBC News, Met Office issues heatwave warning to anyone going on holiday to Spain, Italy or Greece. Chronicle Live, land temperatures in Spain surpass record 60°C in deadly heatwave. The Independent, record temperature warning as heatwave hits Southern Europe, BBC News. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.